Hi, my name is Nick, and I run a blog under the URL goodassblog.tumblr.com. On this blog, I like to collect tropes and patterns I find in the media. I'm trying something different now. This is my first video blog, and I'll be making some hopefully well-informed predictions about the return of AMC's Breaking Bad. I'm a big Breaking Bad fan. Hopefully you are too if you're watching this video. And I've noticed some things that I haven't seen being brought up, even in parts of the internet where people talk about this sort of thing. Specifically, Walter White's Pontiac Aztek. In episode 4 of season 5, Walt sells the Aztek for $50 and leases a new Chrysler 300. Hank takes note of this later in the episode. This is sure to bite Walter in the ass. The show is not done with this car. Now that Hank knows that Walter is Heisenberg, he needs to amass evidence, and I think that Pontiac Aztek is going to be key in bringing his brother-in-law down. In episode 1 of season 5, Walt takes the materials used to make the bomb that killed Gus Fring and the Lily of the Valley plant used to poison Brock, puts them in a black plastic trash bag, and stashes them in the trunk of the Aztek. The trouble is we never actually see him dispose of the bag, and my prediction is that he never did. Hank has to go looking for this car. What kind of investigator would he be if he didn't? My hope is when he does find it, there's a bag with a dead plant and bomb-making supplies inside. The bomb, I think, will be obvious. The plant, less so, but once Hank looks into, Lily of the Valley and, recent cases or anything like that, Brock is sure to come up, recent poisoning, and then he can show that plant to Jesse, and show, Jesse how bad Walter White really is, that he poisoned his girlfriend's child. They could potentially become allies, which is sort of being teased in a Season 5 promo photo. I'm pretty set on this prediction. I've been mulling it over for the past year now. I've only felt more certain of it. I think that the Aztek is a pretty iconic character unto itself in the show. It's been through a lot, and to get sold off for $50 and then never be heard from again, that just wouldn't make any sense to me. So I don't expect things to go exactly as I picture them, but I do expect something close. Speaking of which, I do have two other much looser theories I'm going to share with you. The first concerns Baby Holly and the Breaking Bad color theory. For those who are unaware, Breaking Bad creator Vince Gilligan is pretty obsessive about the role color plays in the show. I'll spare you the intricacies. You can easily look up Breaking Bad color theory online yourself. I just want to get to this shot from episode 8 of season 5. Holly's being sat down on a red blanket that's been folded into a square by Skyler. And same episode, 5 minutes later, Skyler shows Walt the storage space where the money is kept. It's being kept on a big red square tarp. I don't think a giant red square is a particularly good omen for your earnings or your child. And I don't want to see baby Holly die. Obviously, it's a baby. But after Walter turns a blind eye to the murder of one kid and poisoned another, I just can't say I would be surprised if something happened to that baby. That said, I'm going to hope against this one just out of basic human decency. And lastly, Charlie Rose has said he'll be appearing on the show's penultimate episode. I have seen some fans on the internet expressing hopes that he'll be interviewing Hank Schrader for busting Walter White. I just want to add to why I think that's a pretty cool idea. In episode 8 of season 3, while Hank is recuperating from gunshot wounds suffered at the hands of the twins, Walt brings a book of Hank's to Walt Jr. called Killing Pablo that profiles the agents who apprehended Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar. And Walt Jr., quoting Hank, says, "Good guys never get ink like bad guys do." An invisible chill runs up Walter White's spine. So I'm guessing Hank writes a book about the Heisenberg investigation and about bringing his brother-in-law to justice, and winds up getting interviewed on Charlie Rose. I want to thank ex-roommate Ben for his contributions to the Baby Holly theory, and current roommate Spence for betting me on the Aztek theory. You're going down. Please follow the goodassblog.tumblr.com on Tumblr. I'll see you around.